Yo, what's going on, everybody? You're watching Giants Now by Chat Sports. I am your host, Marshall Green. Appreciate everybody for stopping by as we somewhat have some breaking news to discuss on the New York Giants injury report and Abdul Carter. Kind of a surprise appearance for him on the Giants injury report. We'll talk through that, some things I'm hearing, and inevitably if he is going to play or not. Before we do, though, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. It is my off day of the week, but still wanted to get you guys a video as soon as possible. So, if you love the Giants, you want free Giants videos every day, no matter where we are or no matter what we're doing, and you're trying to help us get to 100,000 subscribers, hit that sub button right now. All right, let's dive into it, and then we're going to talk a little bit about the Giants and Broncos Twitter beef. Nick Bonitto and Jonathan Cooper are rattled by Giants fans on Twitter. I'm pretty pumped up for the game on Sunday. Let's start, though, with the injury report. The Giants have ruled out a couple of players. Demetrius Flannigan-Fowles, the inside linebacker and special teams ace, he is going to be out with a hamstring injury. Linebacker Swayze Bosman is dealing with an ankle injury. He will miss another game due to that. And somewhat of a brutal blow, center John Michael Schmitz, he will miss this ball game as he is still in concussion protocol. That means that Austin Schlottman will be the starting center for the Giants. I thought Schlottman played pretty well last week in limited action against the Philadelphia Eagles. Who knows if he'll be able to keep that streak of good play going against the Denver Broncos interior defensive line that is one of the best in the business. We've talked all week long about how good this defensive line and pass rush is. It's going to be a raucous environment at Mile High, and the center is the one that is the essentially quarterback of the offensive line. They communicate the protections. They communicate which way they're going to slide and things of that nature. And with a backup center, I don't really love that for the New York Giants. Hopefully, though, Schlottman can continue his good play. Players that are doubtful, meaning they are most likely out as well. Chauncey Golston, he's most likely going to miss another game for the Giants. Pretty disappointing first season for the Giants for Chauncey Golston. He played in 34 consecutive games over the last 2 years, appearing in every game for the Dallas Cowboys, and he's already missed a handful of games for the Giants. Doesn't really even play all that much due to how deep the Giants are off the edge. You're not going to hit on all your free agency moves, but Golston is looking like a miss at this point. Not a lot of money going to him. I think it's like $6 to $8 million per year, but you'd like to see some sort of return on investment for that. Darius Slayton, he is doubtful again with a hamstring injury. This would be the second game in a row that he is going to miss. Look, I'm not the biggest fan of Slayton. I was pretty pissed off that they re-signed him, but I do think the Giants would benefit having him out there. He is someone that at least demands a little bit of attention from the defense because of his ability to take the top off and his straight line speed. And that means you are down your wide receiver 1 in Malik Nabers. You're down your wide receiver 2 in Darius Slayton. You are down your starting center and John Michael Schmitz. So you are down 3 starters from your week 1 lineup. And if you want to take it a step further, your running back is new and your quarterback is new. So you have 5 different starters on the offense compared to week 1. So your offense looks 50% different essentially from week 1. So doubtful is Darius Slayton. Who knows will he will return as hamstring injuries are pretty tricky. This one is a little bit frustrating, I would say. And maybe frustrating is not the word, but Abdul Carter, he is now listed as questionable with a hamstring injury. Those are tricky. We just talked about it. Slayton's missed 3 games now, or essentially 3 games. He barely played in the game against the Chargers, and it's been 14 days. Who knows how serious this Abdul Carter injury is? It's been 10 days since they played. He didn't come out of the game last week against the Eagles with a hamstring injury, so I'm assuming that means it happened at practice this week. And if he can't play, that's going to be a major blow. I assume he will play. He spoke to the media after practice today, as there's been some Twitter beef and Twitter fingers and some tweeters and deleters. Cough, cough. Nick Bonitto, you're a loser. But Abdul Carter essentially said after, we just got to prove it on the field. We got to go out there and do it. We're going to let our play do the talking at this point. We play in 2 games. We'll settle it on the field. So I think Abdul Carter is going to play, but I don't love that he's dealing with a hamstring injury, something that could linger, and as he is an explosive athlete who wins with his athleticism, burst, quick step, and bend, that's kind of the last thing that you want. Also, Victor Dimukeje, who opened up his practice window this week, he is questionable with a pec injury. TBD if he is going to play or fully be elevated off of the physically unable to perform list. So, JMS is out, Bosman is out, Demetrius Flanagan-Fowles is out, Golston and Slayton are doubtful. Doubtful are Golston and Slayton. That means they're not going to play. Dimukeje is questionable, and the headliner, Abdul Carter, he is questionable. This is a game where I want to see Abdul Carter obviously play, but I want to see him wreck the game, have his welcome to the NFL moment. We've been waiting for it. I know there's been a lot of big plays. There's been splash plays. The raw counting stats are not there. But when you watch the tape, you watch the game, you see the impact 51 has. It would be a great time for him to have an impact game, though, against a Denver offense that, quite frankly, is not all that good. So there is that. If you want the Giants to beat the Broncos, hit that thumbs up icon for me. Let's run the likes up on today's show. Let's close out with kind of just the Twitter beef that is going on that is adding a lot more excitement to this game for Giants fans as well as Broncos fans, and really the players are getting involved as well. It all started with Jonathan Cooper, the edge rusher for Denver, essentially calling out Jackson Dart for being confident, having touchdown dances, and wearing a chain. Like 95% of NFL players. They're confident, they dance when they score, and they wear jewelry. I don't know why Jonathan Cooper was so weirded out by that. Then on Twitter, a lot of Giants fans started tweeting at Broncos fans saying that Andrew Thomas was going to shut down Nick Bonitto, their star edge rusher, who has 8 sacks this year. And then Nick Bonitto went to Twitter and said, the most delusional fan base, I swear. And then he deleted it. Coward. He is a coward. He had to call out Giants fans on Twitter because he was rattled that people were saying Andrew Thomas was going to shut him down. And then he deleted his tweet. That is loser energy. That is what losers do. You're a fraud. That's what you are, Nick Bonitto. And then Abdul Carter and Jonathan Cooper were talking about. Abdul said, get your 3D shades on. If someone wants to let me know what that means in the chat, it was pretty cool, though. That was for sure. And then Cooper tweeted, I always got my shades on. So there's some jaw jacking. There's some beef. There's some hype going into this one. Honestly, one of the games I've been most excited for as a Giants fan because of this, but because it's a winnable game and it's an opportunity to make a statement, to say we're not your father's Giants. We're not the 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, 21, 22, 23, 24. We are the 2025 Giants. It's a new team. It's a new era. It's a new energy. And we're ready to show that we can contend with good teams. And look, I do think the Broncos are a good team. They have a really good defense. Their offense is not good, and they haven't beat that many good teams. They beat Cam Ward and the Titans. They beat the New York Jets barely. They did beat the Philadelphia Eagles. Welcome to the club. I mean, the wins that they have this year aren't just going to blow you out of the water and make you feel like they're a Super Bowl contender. Good team. Beatable team. Giants can handle their business. Giants play Giant football. They're going to walk out a mile high with a dub. So news of the day, Abdul Carter is questionable. I believe he's going to play, but I do not know that for certain. We are going to be live on the channel on Sunday for the entire game. So if you want to watch the best watch party with the best fans in the world on YouTube, subscribe, turn those notifications on. We'll see you later. Let's go Big Blue.